what do, lads and ladettes? It's me. I'm back. Another video. And we're gonna go over the first week. I know it's not done. The first week of EPL Supercoach. How my team went, going into other players' scores, as in not coaches, players, maybe some coach stuff, trade opinions, player performance. So we'll spend the next 20 to 30 minutes, hopefully, going into a little bit of detail, and obviously we will go straight into my team, my score. Still got one player to go, and we'll see. I am at 122, and my team. Sorry, that's my team for this past weekend. Obviously, Vicario in goals, 14, Van Dijk 9, Van der Ven 12, Juve 3, Palmer 7, Fernandez 8. Oh, he went down. He was 9. Saar 15, Dewsbury Hall still to play. Also Grealish on the bench. Haaland as captain 22, Watkins 6, Florian Wirtz 4. I had Hato in my team, and I saw the lineup, and Achampong was starting, so I changed him. 13, he got Trafford with 13, Truffett with 1, and obviously Grealish still to play. I've watched all these games. I've watched every game so far over the past couple of days, except Nottingham Forest and who do they play again? Nottingham Forest and Brentford. I've just saw the highlights because I had it on Goal Rush last night. Through the games and everyone that's in my team. First of all, we had Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Liverpool were pretty much in control of that game. Even at like what 2-0, they looked like they were cruising. Two mistakes and two counter-attacking goals, and Bournemouth scored. It was 2-2, and obviously Liverpool last couple of minutes scored two just to make it, another heart attack. And if you're a Liverpool fan, there's only one way that we do it, and it's the difficult way. Um, Florian Wirtz for me, he was poor, but I started to realize I said something like about someone else we'll talk about later. Uh, he's going to take some time to adapt into the league, and for some reason, I saw his price point, and I didn't even think twice. Like it was like I'm going to put him in. He's going to do well. I think that was the wrong decision because I think he'll have to adapt. He's a small man, needs to adapt to the physicality of the league. So I'm not sure what I want to do with Verts. I'll go into that towards the end or towards the back end of the video. I have a potential situation with Verts. I thought he was poor. I don't think he was great. Salah was still heavily involved with everything in the attack. Gakpo was involved. Ekitike was great. And yeah, he scored a goal and had an assist. But I don't know. Like, I don't want to bring him in just because there might be someone else coming in, a specific someone. But we'll see. Van Dijk was all right. He was very big in defence. Actually, Well, listen, we'll go into it. We'll go into the EPL matches. Sorry, I'll make it easier. He had a lot of defensive contributions. So Van Dijk, uh, are they going to show? No, I don't want that. I want all stats. There we go. So Van Dijk's here. He had one shot on target. It was a header. Two goals conceded. Shouldn't that be four then? Hmm. Okay. Uh, One tackle, two aerial duels, three clearances, one block shot, one interception, and obviously the 2 points. I think he had the most aerial duels won and most clearances in the game. I saw a stat online. It was a good game by him. But as I said, a couple mistakes. They scored 2 goals, Bournemouth, and it wasn't spectacular. Semenyo scored the highest in the games with 2 goals. He looked great. Semenyo looked good. Um, Not a lot of people have him, I don't think. He was he was he was involved but not involved. Like you know what I mean. He was Bournemouth were very counter-attacking. Truffett, I want to get into Truffett. Truffett looked pretty good. Like with his quality of the delivery of his crosses, the quality of his crosses were pretty good. And he'll get you points throughout the season. I think as long as their defense is okay, he will get you attacking returns. And at 3.7, I think you got to stick with him even for now. But as I said, I might go into something else a bit later that maybe he's out of the team, but I want to keep him in this team this week because of their fixture. Who else was a big player in this game? Salah. Salah wasn't massively involved in the game. Like he was good, but typical Salah. It takes him 5 seconds to create a chance and score a goal out of bloody the 90 minutes. So that's Salah. He's unbelievable. And that's why he's so good and one of the best players in Premier League history. Aston Villa versus Newcastle. This game sucked. It was pretty boring. I think Aston Villa only had 3 shots on target. Uh, they went down to 10 men towards the end of the game, and Newcastle didn't look threatening when Aston Villa went down to 10 men. They did in the first half. Newcastle, Alanga in particular, looked very, very good. There was a couple of good crosses in for Anthony Gordon. He had a header like 6 yards out, and he smacked it over the bloody. Sorry, yeah, he headed it over the crossbar. If that's Alexander Isak, it's 1-0. So I think if you put Isak in that team, I think Newcastle wins pretty comfortably because I think they had enough chances that if he was on the field, I think they win. So that sucks for Newcastle. Bizzo made a couple of big saves. He made one in the first half against Alanga. I thought that was pretty good for him, but he'll be straight out, unfortunately. So it's not going to be a cheapy option for anyone because Martinez is back this week. I was surprised to see him starting. I've thought for some reason he was out of favour. I don't know why, but yeah, Alanga was 6. His 6 doesn't tell you how threatening he was, pretty much. Anyways, next game, Brighton and Fulham. Another pretty boring game again. Fulham started the first half better. They were pretty good. Then, yeah, Brighton scored a pen in the second half. Then Fulham scored in the 96th minute, which ruined all these for Dunk, Van Hecke, De Kuyper. So a lot of the De Kuyper and Dunk owners, because there's a lot of people who I've noticed have De Kuyper in the squad. Yeah, you'd been hurting. You would have been hurting from that. That hurts, considering it's what another 6 and 2, isn't it? So 7 points added on, I think. Josh King, GP, he played, and yeah, Smith Rowe was on the bench, so that's a possible GP. I know some people have him. Ruta, he won the penalty, but in Supercoach, you're not going to get points for winning the penalties. That's only FPL. Unlucky. Mitoma looked good. I don't know, like this. Not starting. I'm realizing that it's even harder to get points in Supercoach than you think. Like it's difficult, but we'll work our way around it. Sunderland, we've got Ballard who scored 30 points. Huge game, goal. For a defender, obviously 12 points. He had 2 shots on target. He had the clean sheet. He had the tackle. He aerial duels 1, 2 clearances, 4 block shots, and 2 for the 90 minutes. That's the biggest score of the week. It could be the biggest score of the season for a little while. Who knows? You don't really get many defenders scoring goals. Ballard is worth 4.2. He is a potential cheapy option if you want to make some money, cash grab, cash cow. Um, Yeah, I don't know if I want to go to him. We'll see. Depends. I think I've got the money to cover it if I want to get rid of Truffett. But yeah, I don't know. It was a bit difficult for West Ham. Wan-Bissaka had about 67,000 crosses. I'm not even sure how many crosses he had in that game. Everything went through Bowen. Um, where is where is this fellow? Where is he? Adingra. He he crossed it for the second goal, for Ballard's goal, and it clips the guy's back, and they've not given it an assist. He initially got the assist, and then they took it away from him. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell that's about. It's a bit weird. Um, You could still maybe. There's a possibility. I don't know what they're going to do. They might change it back. I don't know. But with West Ham, everything went through Bowen pretty much. Wan-Bissaka put in about 1,000 crosses. Juve, I've got Juve. Juve had a very good chance in the first half. Ended the first half. Probably should have scored. Didn't. Looked good. A lot of crosses. He got up and down the field pretty good. And I'm pretty happy with having him as a GP. The only problem is West Ham's defence. They might concede a lot of goals. I don't know. It's going to be difficult. Tottenham 3-0 against Burnley. Richarlison 24. Kudus 21. I've got Vicaria, and Van de Ven. They all perform well for me. I took the gamble to go triple Tottenham. I know some people probably wanted to stay away from it, but they all performed. I thought this was a great fixture to target this week. And the fact that, Sa is quite cheap. He's 4.8. With only a break even of 5, and he scored 15, so I'm pretty happy with that. And he was playing 10. Saar and Bergvall were both essentially 10s with the ball. Bergvall was more so the one making the runs into the box for the crosses, and Saar was the one a little bit deeper. But when the defenders had the ball, they were both kind of pushed up. And Saar's defensive contributions are pretty good as opposed to Bergvall. Look, Bergvall's down here. But Saar did get an assist. He got an assist, and that's probably what's pushed him up higher than Bergvall. Richarlison, he's only 4.5 million. I expect a lot of people to bring him in for a bit of a cash grab. Kudus is 6'5", yeah, 6'5", 9". It was very good. He put in a lot of crosses. So my problem is I've already got 3 Tottenham players. They've got Man City this week. And I don't know. I want to get Richarlison in, but come on. We'll see. Wolves versus Man City. Haaland with 22, Reinders with 21, Lewis with 20, Trafford with 13. Oscar Bob, I didn't expect him to start, I'll be honest with you. And he's performed well. Great cheapie option. How much is he? 3.9? Yeah, 3.75. I think that's good. Um, this upsets me a little bit because I think every single person, excuse me, I think every single person that knows me knows that I'm very high on Reinders. I think he's a phenomenal player, and I've said, I think in one of these other videos, that I think he will end up being the buy of the season. I wanted him in my team. The problem is I just didn't trust the pet roulette, and it's kind of got me playing. I wouldn't say too far behind the 8 ball. I think I'm above average for this week, but obviously in your head you want to go for the best scores every week and kill it, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll see what I want to do with Reinders. He could be, he probably is De Bruyne's replacement, but he was very much box to box 8, but at 10 went up in, the forward positions. He got himself into really good positions. 1 goal, 1 assist. So yeah, Haaland. He could have scored 4, to be honest. Would have been better for me. But I think a lot of people ended up looping him as opposed to Salah. I think a lot of people went Haaland's vice, Palmer, captain, and then changed it up. Munetzi scored a goal that was given offside. Then he got himself into a very, very good position. Once again, offside. So not a great position, maybe. Strand Larson had a couple of chances, and it was because of this fella, Hoover, who is a cheapie, who I've mentioned in one of my cheapie videos, is 3.5. He had a couple of fantastic crosses. He set up, I think, three chances, and excuse my eyes, for some reason, it's just bloody itchy all of a sudden. It's just playing up. I don't know what the hell's going on. But Hoover had a great attacking display on the weekend. I think if he was in a better team, he'd be absolutely a bargain and a mad cash cow for you. He'd be great. But I just think they're going to concede a lot of goals. I don't think they're going to be good. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. This game sucked as well. Stayed up to watch this one. Lacroix had a great game defensively. Um, Sanchez made a couple good saves, but he's average, man. Sanchez is average. Eze scored a goal that was disallowed, and the ball went straight past him. Like I know it was a hard hit, but Jesus Christ, mate, that was terrible. Achimpong, obviously 13. As I said, I brought him in because the guy that's not here, Platso, did not play, and he wasn't on the starting 11. So Cole Palmer, I don't know where his 7 points came from because he was terrible. He had, was it here? Where am I? This one? No. Chelsea. That's Forest lineups. He had 47 touches, I think it was. He got a 6-6 on Sofa score. 47 touches, and I promise you, 37 of them were in the last 5 minutes. He wasn't in the game at all. Um, I didn't. I don't know. I don't want to say that he's a myth because he disappeared last season for about 19 weeks. He didn't get a goal or whatever it was. So I think everyone's just kind of bought into the fact that they think Chelsea's going to go good, and he's going to be centered around it. I think, but I doubt it. I really that's playing in my ears. Uh, he was terrible. He was dead set, bloody terrible. So I don't know what to do with him. I'll hold him. I think I'm going to hold him all season. But yeah, Munoz 10, just from bombing up and down all game. But yeah, this is a poor game. I hated it. It sucked. Chris Wood 21, Gibbs White 14, Anderson 12, Igor Tiago for all the people who invested in him at 3.7. I think 3.7, is it 3.7? Yes, 3.75. Gets a nice return, so he's well over his break even of 2. Uh, Nothing else really of note there. I can't comment on the game. I haven't watched it yet. This game, Calafiore 21, Saliba 16. Man, you should have gotten a result out of this. Um, they were the better team. And Buema and Cunha looked very good. The Bayindi, the keeper, they've got Bayindi and Onana. They're both just terrible, honestly. They can sort that out, they'll be good. Cunha uh, and Buemo were very good, as I said. Looking at maybe if they go that way, that's going to be the team. One of these two players I might get in my team eventually. Bruno was on 9, he's now at 8. So don't know what's happened there. Um, yeah. So my team. Oh no, I wanted to go to leagues. On so on average, my head-to-head. So you look at my league for the this chat. 122's got me in ninth. There's a couple of big scores. Clarkie's on 143. Riley's on 141. But yeah, it's been very good. A good league, sorry. I'm being disrupted. Um yeah, new house, there's a lot going on. Got the internet back. It's gonna be good. Now we're back. But yeah, I think the standard of this league is quite high. If I'm yesterday, before the game started yesterday, I was at 105. And I was thinking, yeah, okay, there's a lot of people in the 80s and 90s, and I'm thinking, okay, well, my projected was like 134 or something like that, and I'm like, I'll take that. So everyone else, obviously, because there wasn't a lot of points scored, and I don't see a lot of people owning Chris Wood. So I assume that a lot of people just, VC'd Mr. Haaland, but the SC Playbook League, there's a couple 160s, and that scares me because I don't want to be too far off. But I'm happy enough with the first round score. As I said, I've still got Dewsbury Hall to play, so we'll see. But yeah, we need to look at a few players, and there's potential for, obviously money to be made the next couple of weeks. 24 with a break even of, I think it was four. Yeah, break even of four. Uh, over there, break even of four. My problem is they've got Man City next week. I don't know what I want to do because I've already got three Tottenham players. That's going to be a nice price rise, depending on obviously his next two fixtures. But obviously, I want to bring in one. The strategy for me, I don't know if I want to bring in one person that should see a nice price rise, whether it be Ballard, because it would make my life easier if a cheapie goes off this week, because obviously it's an extra game to fill in, the break even, obviously, and then the week after. Um, so I feel like I need to get him in this week or next week. I think he's going to be the main person that you'd want to go to. His minutes is a bit, hey, you're going. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with him. Because Solanke's in and around there, but his performance suggests that he won't get dropped. Problem is, he's playing Man City. If he plays against City and if he jags a goal, good luck. This guy's freaking price rise would be great. So, because I'll see him playing the the third round if he jags a goal next week. We'll see what happens. I think Frank likes him because he's very mobile. He's in and around the box. He's a bit of a pest, and I think he likes that. Uh, we'll see. We'll see. Ballard. Ballard's obviously. What the bloody hell? Why are you? Why you not go? Why you coming fast? And your Ballard 30 points. His break even was four. Uh, it's he's going to get the nice price rise. They've got some fixtures. Who have they got next? Sunderland, 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 Sunderland. Sunderland's got Burnley. So who knows? He could have two nice weeks because Burnley didn't look that great against Tottenham. Yeah, they had a couple of like breakaway situations on the counter against Tottenham, but not really threatening. They had a couple of shots, but it wasn't. I don't know. The other option for me is obviously, sorry, my team. Obviously, I've got Achimpong. I think during for the fixtures next week, I know there's West Ham, Chelsea, so I might put Achimpong in there. Get up early in the morning, see if he's starting or not. I want to start Truffett next week because they've got Wolves. West Ham have obviously Chelsea, so I don't want to play Juve. Man City versus Spurs. There could be a situation where I might have Van de Ven on the bench, but also I might want his defensive contributions. I'm not sure. Don't know with Vicario and Trafford. I really don't know what's going to happen. I'm in a little bit of a pickle next week, but Tottenham have had a rub off the green over Man City more often than people think in the last couple of years. I think the last 5 years they've won multiple times. There is you know, I don't want to vice Palmer, but I think I have to just in case because he was so poor last night. I did not like it whatsoever. So I think the situation I'm going to be in is probably vice Palmer and captain Bruno. Um, like I said, I think Tottenham will be better, and I think Haaland might not go off. I'm thinking that's the potential. Also, I think a lot of people will vice Palmer and then captain Haaland. I don't think a lot of people will go for Bruno. Man United have got Fulham And I like Bruno's performance yesterday. I think he's obviously. I still think he takes pens. I only think Mbuemo is the only one that might take it off him, but I still think he takes pens. Obviously, I've got Dewsbury Hall to play today, so tomorrow morning. I'll wake up, as I said, I'll wake up if Grealish starts, but I don't think he starts. Moyes has come out and said that he's probably going to be slowly introduced to the team. I'm not happy with Watkins. I want to get Watkins to Saka probably as soon as possible. And that might happen in the next couple of weeks, but they've got a better fixture next week. They've got someone, yeah, Brentford. I think he probably has a good game there, but how they played on Saturday night, I don't know. It's not very possible. My England not very good today. Got a lot going on. Saar, I think I'm going to start. I will start Saar against Man City just solely for defensive contributions. He'll get points for me anyways, even if he concedes or doesn't, whatever. And then he might pop up with an assist or a goal. Or, I'm not sure. So I think that's the situation I'm in. Um, I'm considering Verts. I don't know. Can I? I'll find. I'll figure it out. I might even go Juve to Ballard if I want, just for the cash. Um, because I want to get one of them. I want to get Juve. I want to get Ballard or Richarlison in just to get that money. And I need to make one of those decisions this week because I might go for both of them. Who knows? And if I get both of them, I have to go for one this week. So I think that's the position I'm in. But yeah, I think that's your main trade targets for the next 1 or 2 weeks. And you've got another week to see how they perform, I guess. Uh, someone like someone like Dewsbury Hall could go off tomorrow. Just got a couple assists, maybe pinch a goal. The way he played in his last friendly was great. I thought he was fantastic. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, just hit me up. We can go through more stuff. I'll have another video towards the end of the week. Pretty much, I'll give you my rank. I'll show you my rank, and we'll see how we've done compared to everyone else. I think I've gone strong enough to start. Like I'm not out of it. I'm far from out of it. Like I'm within, say, 40 points of first. I'd say I'd be close to that. I think that's the right mark. I think 160, say 165 is probably going to be the bigger score. 170 maybe. I think 120. If I can get to 125, I think that's a good score. I think it's a well above average. I think 140 is an excellent score, and I think 160 is just phenomenal. I think that's pretty much my thinking behind it. But yes, I'll be back later in a week. Not as enthusiastic today. I know. I apologise, but there's just I'm in the open area of the house upstairs in the loft. Everyone can hear me. I don't know what's going on. I look better, but today nice zip up little three. Oh, brother, formal. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's, that's my situation. That's what I'm thinking this week. Would love to hear other people's thoughts. But yeah, hopefully, my opinion. If you haven't watched games, I hope if you're watching this and you're going, this person or that person, I've watched every game bar Nottingham Forest this week so far. So, and I'll get up and watch the game tomorrow because I'll be going to work anyways. But it'll be good. It'll be good. I'm interested to see the Dewsbury Hall, Grealish, and Jai McNeil situation, who they prefer. But yeah, I guess that's it for now. If I can find my bloody mouse. Oh, it doesn't want to work now. Are you okay, brother? We having problem with mouse in this situation. Oh, looks like I've got to use it on my laptop. Anyway, boys and girls, catch you later. Speak to you. Join the Discord. Abuse me. Let's keep going. And shout out to my Shaggers League because the standard's very high. Very high. I'm enjoying it. Let's keep going. Peace.